Hey!
How are you?
I'm so good
Right?
and exhausted.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Yeah.
For all of you who don't know, we don't record these live. We
No.
record them on Sunday and then we upload on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So I upload anytime Wednesday on podcast.com. But I schedule everything. If you are somebody who streams through YouTube, those video recordings go live at 8.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Wednesday
Cool.
nights.
Cool. Yeah, I love that.
Right at bedtime.
Yes. Yes. So you just snuggle in and take a listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, every Wednesday night.
Kids are in bed.
Yeah.
Wine Wednesdays.
Yes. Love it. It's early still today, so we're still in coffee mode.
We are in coffee mode.
We're still in coffee mode, which is important.
If you don't follow us on Instagram, you should, because Tara runs our Instagram page, and she said, well, she makes these little mommy wine, what are they called, memes?
Like little memes.
And it was coffee because something, what did it say? Coffee because I don't want to be
Coffee keeps us from being Britney 2007.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I had to show Mike when I saw that earlier this morning because I laughed so hard. Some of those are so funny.
Yeah.
Thank God you're running the Instagram because people would be scrolling through that feed and just being like, this is so lame. If I was running it. So congratulations. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. It's super fun.
Thoroughly entertained by our Instagram page.
Oh, good. Good. And that's kind of the hope. I mean, that's the plan, is that people are entertained. So
yes. So if
I'm glad that's working.
Yeah. So if you don't follow us on Instagram, it's just Mommy Wines Podcast. So yeah, shoot on over and do that.
Yeah, check it out. Let us know what you think. And we usually have the current link in our bio for the most recent episode as well. So if you don't know how else to get to it, you can follow us there, and every Wednesday it'll be there for you.
Yeah. I need to do more stories.
Yes. I
am such a story hater.
So when stories first came out, I just didn't get it. I was like, what? I don't get this, because you're so used to just like an image and a caption, an image and a caption, and then you could do video, right? And then you had like 20 seconds or like 15 seconds of video. So I didn't really do much of that because I was like, I have way too much to say in 15 seconds. Like, what am I going to do? And then,
which is why we're the perfect podcast co-hosts, because we have way too much to say.
Way too much to say. So when stories first launched, I was just really confused, and I just never really like jumped on it. And then like I've slowly started to get a little bit more savvy with them and a little bit more comfortable with them. And I feel like that is where like our personalities get to come out.
Yeah.
You know, so whether it's on my other page, my Nourish Soul page, or if it's on this page, like that's kind of where our personalities get to really shine.
Yeah.
So I feel like we definitely need to do more of those, because
my personal Instagram, I just like basically show funny images and videos of Milo because I'm obsessed with him.
As you should be. He's stinking adorable.
He's jamming out in there.
Yeah, he is. In his Grateful Dead hoodie.
Yeah.
He's so cute.
So cute.
You'll have to throw a pic up on our story for everybody to see him in his little Grateful Dead.
He was just rocking his hoodie and cuddling with these balloons that we got from a retirement party last night on the sofa.
Yeah.
And I got the cutest image.
Aww.
I was about to post it on Instagram when you knocked on the door.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you'll have to share it so everyone can check it out.
Definitely.
Yeah, he's so cute.
I'll put it up on the Mommy Wines podcast story.
Yeah, do.
So cool. Yes, but today we are going to talk about holidays.
Yes.
Traveling for the holidays.
Yes.
Fun family holiday traditions.
Yeah. Because they're right around the corner.
Yeah.
They're like tomorrow.
Yeah. Mike's dad asked me last night when we were at that retirement party, and he's like, are you going to be coming over for Thanksgiving? And I'm like, sure. If you guys want me to come, I'll come. And he's like, well, are you going to come if Mike's not here? Because Mike's a railroader, so he could be on a train.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
Heck yeah.
Mike ain't stopping me. And he's like, good. He's like, you got to come over.
Good. That's so sweet, though, that they thought to, even if Mike isn't there, to make sure that you had some place to be.
Yeah.
I think
they're the cutest.
I think that's so fantastic.
They're cool.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving?
So We are, we're going to make a 12-hour drive to Portland to see my family. So my whole family still lives in Portland.
Shut up.
My parents live there. My sister lives there. My niece and nephew live there. And then my husband's family lives just up in Seattle. So they might pop down for like a day while we're down there to see the boys. So we're going to get up at the ass crack of dawn on the 20th, which is also known as 4 a.m.
They have one of those in the morning?
There is a 4 a.m. It's weird. We're going to be in the car hitting the road at 4 a.m. And our hope is that we're going to just go straight through.
That's insane.
It's insane.
At least you'll only have one of the boys with you.
Yes.
So,
yes.
2 parents, 1 boy, odds are you're supposed to win, right?
You would think.
The odds are on your side.
You would think.
Your team is bigger.
It is a little Hunger Games, though, when you've got kids involved. So it's kind of like, even though there's 2 of you, usually the 4-year-old wins. Which, oh my God, he was hell on wheels yesterday, guys. Like, I was that insane mom in the liquor store yesterday where I was like, stop touching things. What are you doing? Put that down. Like, carrying like 2 6-packs of beer. Like, I looked like a lunatic.
I don't
and also didn't care.
How many of our listeners live in Utah? Right. Have you shared this with our non-LDS Facebook group? Have you shared the podcast with them yet?
I don't remember.
I haven't.
I think we need to now.
We need to now because I don't know how many of you are from Utah or actually Utah. I was just talking to a girl who's from Oklahoma, and Utah is now the only state that does like the whole liquor store deal.
Yes. The state-owned liquor store.
Right.
Strict laws.
Yeah, something happened, so everything changed. Because she works with a wine delivery service.
Oh, that's right.
She reached out to me. Yeah, I remember.
Yes.
I told you about her, right?
Yep.
So she reached out to me, and I'm like, dude, I totally work with you, but I can't.
Can't have it shipped here.
Yeah, which is so sad because I used to have the Macy's wine cellar delivery.
Oh, yeah.
And the wine access delivery.
Yes.
We currently have a coupon code. If you get wine access through the link in the description box of this podcast, you get $30 off your subscription of, I think it's like a retail price of like the first big shipment because it has extra bottles is $130, and you get $30 off. So it's only $100 wine delivered to your door.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, if somebody's not using that, let me know.
Between it equals out to be $6.99 to $8.99 a bottle.
That's amazing.
And they're good stuff. Yeah. I used to get them in Nevada.
That's fantastic.
But yeah, it is harder than hell to bring a kid or a toddler or anybody who is not a rational thinking person into a liquor store.
Yeah. It is.
They don't have carts.
No. They have carts, but you can't put your kid in it. It's just for your booze.
Which sounds so bad. I always feel guilty taking Milo into the liquor store. And the only time I ever go in, it's like a Friday evening where I'm like, okay, I just had the longest week ever. I can't wait anymore.
Right.
I'm going to go pick something up.
Right.
And I'm going to sit home and there's season 4 of Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce back on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put on my bathrobe, I'm going to drink some wine, and I'm going to watch Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce.
Yes.
But it's always like a Friday night is when I'm like,
yeah,
I've just had the longest week of my life.
Longest week ever.
And it's so busy in there.
Yeah. So busy.
Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do, because I make a spiced cranberry sangria.
Yes, I can't wait to try this.
Yeah, I'll have to make some and we'll drink some on the podcast.
Let's do it.
But I make that, and I'm going to be posting the recipe up on my blog, emmadon.com. And I'm thinking I'm just going to have to get the ingredients on like a Tuesday afternoon.
Yep, when Milo's at daycare. And you can just go in and like wander through. And listen, let me tell you, I've been one of the first a couple of mornings. Like, I'll take a break from work and drive to the liquor store, and I'm like one of the first people there waiting for them to open.
When do they open? 10?
I want to say the one over by my work, which is South Jordany area. Oh, no, it's on the other side of 15th. So I don't know where that is. I'm still trying to figure it all out. I think they open at like 10. So, but I wasn't the only one there. So that was the good news, is I was not the only one waiting for the liquor store to open on a like Wednesday morning or whatever.
I would not want to be the only one waiting outside the door, counting the seconds on my watch.
Yeah, no. Luckily, I was not alone. So I felt a little bit better about my drinking habit at that moment.
Yeah, I've kind of divided Salt Lake into 3 categories. Or 4, really. There's Ogden.
Uh-huh.
There's Salt Lake.
Yep.
There's Provo.
Yep.
There's Park City.
Yep.
Which is just everything on the other side of the mountain.
Right.
And then any other part of Utah just really doesn't have any kind of purpose.
No. It really doesn't.
I lived in Bryce, and trust me, people, there's not a whole lot going on down there. It's just like that southern Utah part that really doesn't.
Down past Provo area.
Yeah. You don't need to go past Provo.
Really, there's not much. Although I have heard lovely, lovely things about St. George. But that's like 4 hours from here.
Yeah, it's far. And there's like a lot of golfing there.
Yeah, I heard it's more like retirement.
Yeah,
status.
If you're like over the age of 60, hit up St. George. They have really good shopping.
Right. Which would make sense.
And all of their like plazas and stuff are super cute, and housing is pretty affordable.
Yeah.
And it's close to Zion, which is nice because Zion is really pretty.
Gorgeous. Absolutely. Yeah. So again, we're going to drive to Portland for Thanksgiving. And prior to us, so anybody who caught some of the earlier episodes, they know that my family and I, we road warriored it for a couple of months. So we lived in a trailer.
So envious. You're way too cool to be my friend.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So we have a little bit of experience in, hopping in and like driving. But when we were doing that, we only drove for like 8 hours at a time.
Yeah.
So 12 hours that's a long trip, especially with a 4-year-old.
It's a little bit different too when you're in an RV compared to just like a minivan or an SUV.
Right. Well, we were pulling a 5th wheel, so we were in a truck. So it's like we didn't really have like the kids couldn't be out destroying our lives.
You can't just hang out back
in the RV. I mean, if you have like a mini Winnie or Winnebago or something like that, you totally can.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right on.
I don't know why you'd want to though, because they're basically like earthquakes on wheels.
That's what you were saying.
Yeah. And I feel like that's far more dangerous than just like trying not to kill your children strapped into their car seat. So yeah, we're gonna get up super early. We're gonna just hopefully, fingers crossed, Corbs will sleep for a good handful of hours. We'll take a break. We'll get some breakfast somewhere, and then we'll try to get in, at a reasonable time to try to maximize our time in Portland for Thanksgiving. So
it sounds like you're gonna be getting in between like 4 and 6, like depending on like
traffic and how many times you have to stop and
like
all that stuff. Yeah. So
I remember I used to take Milo down to see his grandparents in Bryce.
Okay.
And I was living in Elko at the time. And it was the first time I went down, he was 6 weeks old.
Oh my God.
And it was a 10-hour drive.
Oh my God.
And then last time we went down, it was 7.5.
Yes.
Because obviously,
you have to make so many stops.
Right.
Yeah.
But I hated that drive.
Yeah.
Going the Nevada way wasn't as bad as going like over to Salt Lake and then down. Obviously, less places to stop and less like cell phone reception. But like, I don't mind that.
Yeah.
If I'm traveling, I don't really care if I have cell service because my GPS will always work.
Yes.
Somehow. How does that work?
Miracles.
I don't know.
Science.
But yeah, Google has its shit on lockdown and it just keeps powering through.
Yeah, right? I love it. Yeah, and this drive's a pretty easy drive. Like, there's not anything crazy. There's no...
Is it cheaper to drive, or would it be cheaper to fly?
I think for us, it would be cheaper to drive because it's basically 3 plane tickets.
Round trip,
plus an extra one way because Xavier will be coming back with us.
Right.
Right. So then that's probably easy $1,000 in airfare. And I think it'll be like $180 in gas.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where we debated it back and forth a number of times because we're like 12 hours, 12 hours, $180, $200 in gas, 2 hours, $1,000.
It's one of those things where it's like, what's more important,
Right.
money or my
Right.
sanity?
Yeah. So, one of our absolute favorite Thanksgiving traditions, and I'll probably be like an asshole for saying this because it's not really part of like, the holiday in general, but my
Right.
husband and I love the shit out of Black Friday.
I was just about to say, if you say Black Friday, I'm kicking you out. Shut up.
We love it. Like,
Is it
I don't
the
know.
sport of it, or are the deals even really that good?
It's
Because I've
really
heard
more the sport of it.
Okay, because if you were gonna say deals, I was gonna be like, you have to be lying.
I mean, there are some really good ones. Like, so for example, the thing that my husband has his eye on for this year is an air fryer because we love chicken wings.
I've heard all about this air frying.
Yes.
It makes no sense to me.
It's crazy. It's literally mathematics and science, so my brain can't comprehend it.
Right.
But so basically, it's magic as far as I'm concerned.
See, I comprehend the fact that it's magic.
Yes.
Way more than I comprehend the fact that there are molecules that are being heated up by particles in air and blah, 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 blah,
and
blah,
it's
blah.
circulating and cooking, frying, which is, it's basically just black magic is what's happening. So,
but it's good though.
It is delicious.
Is it black or is it white?
So we, so he's got his eye on an air fryer, and like, we went and bought this one that he's looking at, because he's already looking at Black Friday deals, it would be like an $80 air fryer. Okay. And so the one that's going to be available, I think Fred Meyer is going to have it, which is like, if you're from Utah, Smith's is basically like Fred Meyer or Kroger brand. I think they have it for like $39.
Shut up.
So
that's a great deal.
That's a great deal.
I was way expecting it to be more than $80 retail.
Yeah.
But if you can get it for $40, that's $40. Literally like half off.
Right. And then I feel like it's a little bit less of an investment if we end up hating it. I feel like I've wasted enough things that cost $40.
I feel like that's the price of things that suck. It's $40. $40. But it's on sale. That's not the original price. So $80. Anything, I feel like anything above $60 is worth it. Yeah. Anything around like $30 to $50 normally is in that range of like a novelty item. Yes. They kind of like are like the magic bullet. Right. That sucks. Right. That does not make a good enough margarita. However, it makes really good pico de gallo. But a margarita, no. Okay. You don't get to sit out in the back patio of your house with your different colored twisty lids like it shows on the box, because it doesn't. It can't blend ice. Oh. And that was $49.95. So waste. Wait. And then there's all these gadgets like that are under $20. Like the little lime squisher thing. Yeah. There's like that little cube that chops up garlic for you. What? There's like this long rectangular thing, and it has a box on the bottom, and you put your vegetables on top, and it cubes them for you. So, like, no more burny eyes from onions. Oh, my God. Yeah, those gadgets are like $10, $15, and they're incredible. Yeah. But, like, I feel like that $40 range is when it's
kind of a crapshoot.
We're really cool, and we're going to sell it for a whole lot of money because we're going to try to get all the money we can out of it because our product actually does suck.
It's the worst. Yeah. So, we've got our eyes on the air fryer. And then, so we started this tradition, I think we were still just dating at the time.
Really?
Yeah.
You went Black Friday shopping with somebody that was not already locked down.
Right. Yeah. That's a commitment, right?
That is a commitment. That's a commitment. I feel like people who go Black Friday shopping just let it all loose.
It's fun.
My grandmother got a black eye when I was a child trying to get me the last Tickle Me Elmo.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no. So I'm not about to cut somebody for anything. Like, I'm not that serious. And I'm also not standing in line to get in anywhere, right? So we have there's rules of engagement around Black Friday. Those are two really big ones, right? Like, we're not going to get in a physical altercation with anybody over anything. Mm-hmm. And we also are not standing in line for shit.
I wonder how many people are arrested for assault on Black Friday.
I can't even imagine, because I see some of those videos of like people losing their damn minds at like the Walmarts and stuff.
You know what I
And
do? That's what I do after eating Thanksgiving. I sit at home in my pajamas and I watch Black Friday nonsense videos.
Right. So we do, that's the other rule of engagement is we don't do any Black Friday, again, air quotes, until Friday. Like we don't go after Thanksgiving. We don't leave Thanksgiving early. We don't do any of that.
That's
We
good.
go on Friday. So, but we get up at 4:30 in the morning.
I would consider doing Black Friday like once just to be like, check that box.
Did it.
Like, did it, done.
Yeah.
If it wasn't in the midst of the transition from fall to winter. Like,
Right.
if it wasn't like ass-numbingly cold outside, I would consider going, like, if it was in like June.
Sure.
I Black Friday shop in June.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do it when
Yeah.
it's like, because oftentimes there's already snow in Ohio.
Right.
This is going to be my first Thanksgiving and Christmas here in Utah, like northern Utah.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what it's going to be like here, but it's freezing today.
It's very cold outside today.
Freezing.
I think my temperature gauge in my car on my way over here said it was still only like 37 degrees. So it's pretty chilly. And it's windy, which also makes it feel colder.
Oh, yeah. Because we got into Mike's car. We, I don't even know what's going on with my life. I have not gone to the market in a minute. So we went out to breakfast this morning because Milo is obsessed with like Burger King French toast sticks.
Yes, yeah.
So we went out to breakfast and his car said it was 30.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be about right because
it's way colder than 30.
Yeah, yeah, and the wind doesn't help. But so our Black Friday tradition is we get up and we go to our favorite coffee place, which is Black Rock Coffee in Portland. And
shout out.
I know, right? They're the bombs. So if you guys are ever in the Portland area, you got to hit up a Black Rock. They're so good.
If they have an Instagram, I'll link it in the description.
They do. I'm sure they do. I mean, and then all the locations have their own. So you kind of have to like find like the main like Black Rock Coffee.
Oh, nice. So is it like the beans and brews that we have here?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah. So it's kind of like they have like a little cult following and like they do like all these like rock star drinks and they're fantastic. They're great. The owners are amazing. They're all franchised. So all the owners are fantastic. I've never gone to one in all the years that they've been open that has not been like super friendly and like fun. They're fantastic.
You and Eva, I swear, are making me like Portland thirsty. Like I am like, so I want to go there so bad.
Yeah. Yeah. So Black Rock's amazing. So we get our coffee and then we have like our route planned out. So what we do after Thanksgiving dinner though is we do sit down with the newspaper and all of the ads and kind of like plan our attack of Black Friday for the next day and like where we're going to go, what
preparing
we're looking for.
Battle?
Yes, basically. Our battle plan. And so we do that. We hit a couple stores. And it's great too because like we can leave the kiddos with my parents and then we aren't because then we can get their Christmas shopping out of the way and where it's it's cheap.
I could not imagine Black Friday shopping with kids or a toddler.
I actually took Xavier one year with me. I think he was like 2 or 3.
Milo's 2.
But I was like, he was already awake. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning and I was like, he's already awake. I might as well get up. And so we got up and we just went to Fred Meyer. Like we didn't do anything crazy, but we just like went and shopped around and I got some stuff and I was like, we're already up. Like might as well go. And he's so chill. Like he's so chill. Like he was just like.
I wish Milo was chill because we went to breakfast and then we went to Smith's to pick up like a few random things.
Yes.
I got that buttered toffee coffee creamer that we're drinking right now.
Delicious.
So good.
So good.
Because they have all of their holiday stuff out right now.
Yes.
And we were in there maybe like 20 minutes, not even, maybe 10, 15.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm checked out.
Yeah, he's done. Yeah. And so we hit some stores and then we go to breakfast. And there's like this, I think it's called Stanley's Corner or something like that. And it's like basically, mostly it's a bar, but they serve breakfast. So we'll go in and have breakfast and mimosas and Bloody Marys. And then we like maybe hit 1 or 2 other places and then we go home and it's like 10 o'clock, right? So you're like done.
So you're not like all day hitting it up.
No. And then we go home and have day after Thanksgiving stuff.
Leftovers.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's kind of like one of our crazy holiday traditions. It's
I
like,
love Thanksgiving leftovers.
oh my God. Oh my God.
I
They're the
could
best.
I could eat. I feel like there's things like pasta. Like if you make spaghetti at home, it doesn't taste as good like the next day.
Right.
Or like if you have like steak kind of
Right.
sucks when you put it in the microwave or
Yes.
anything with like French fries.
Exactly. Oh my God, the worst.
But Thanksgiving, I feel like it just gets better and better and
And
better.
and just for days.
Yeah.
Just for days. And although, like, by day 3, I'm kind of like, can we get a pizza up in here? Can we get...
I could eat Thanksgiving every single day. And
Yeah.
if I'm ever on death row,
that's your last meal?
That's my last meal.
Have
is
you
Thanksgiving.
seen that? There's a web post out on the interwebs somewhere that shows, I mean, they're like reimagined or whatever, but they've kept track, like the prison industry, because it is an industry, let's just be honest.
Right.
Has kept track of like infamous people's last meal requests.
Really?
And so you can go through and see like, Ted Bundy and like Jeffrey Dahmer and like you can see all of their...
My mom grew up 3 or something houses down, I think she said, from Jeffrey Dahmer when she was a kid.
Crazy.
Because he's from Ohio.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's spooky. But yeah, so you can see like all their like final meal requests.
That's
and
hilarious.
Some of them are, and I think there are a couple that are like Thanksgiving dinner. Some of them are like steak, and then there's one that's like he wanted like a pea. You know what I mean? It's just like there's some like crazy ones, and you're like,
like
oh, that,
one single little pea.
Yeah, or something like that, or like a bean. I remember it was just like one thing.
Dude, I would go out with a bang. I would have like an entire chocolate mousse pie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
I would include like Christmas in there. Like, give me some like honey baked ham. Like those Russian dough cookies.
Oh yeah. Like
oh
I want some
gosh.
like sugar cookies. I want a turkey and some stuffing, a pumpkin pie.
Yeah, pumpkin
chocolate
pie.
Cake, a bottle of wine.
An entire
champagne.
tub of whipped cream.
Yes.
Like, if I was on death row, I would not care about diets.
No,
or like
it's your last day.
It's your very last day.
I'm eating a 10,000 calorie meal before I go out.
Have you seen those challenges on YouTube where like these fitness bodybuilders are doing, because there's a bunch of them coming out now for the holiday season, where they're doing like a 10,000 calorie Thanksgiving meal. But they're like bodybuilders or fitness people, and they eat 10,000 calories in one day.
Oh my God.
And then they do like an insane, I don't know, workout plan for the next 7 days. And it's supposed to help them like bulk, but like the intake of calorie boosts their system. And then they work out like crazy. So it's like, it like shocks their body or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's really going on in their heads, but it's like all over YouTube. You can watch like just these fitness bodybuilder people eating like 10,000 calories of Thanksgiving dinner.
Right. Oh my God.
That would make me throw up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Just the thought of it makes me kind of want to like barf.
Yeah.
So yeah, what about you? What is like one of your like most treasured holiday memories, like tradition memories as like a kid?
Oh my gosh. So back in my day, we didn't have this label of like anxiety on everything.
Right.
And it would always be really, really, really overwhelming for me to like do the whole holiday thing.
Yeah.
Like I remember being in the car going to my grandparents' house, and I would be like, Mom, if I don't want to be there anymore, like, can I just tell you one time and we'll go?
Yeah.
And she'd be like, oh, yeah. Just put on a happy face. It's going to be fine. Why don't you want to go to Christmas? Why are you being so weird?
Suck it up.
Yeah, like, suck it up. But I remember it just being really, really, really anxious for me. So I don't really know if I have, like, my family didn't really do, like, we didn't have, like, a tradition. Like, we would just go, we would eat the same dinner every single year.
Right.
We would do stockings and presents. But, like, we didn't do really, like, anything together. We just kind of, like, were there at the same time.
Okay.
Like, we were just kind of, like, in the same room at the same time.
Right.
So Yeah, I've been researching different things to do with Milo,
Yeah.
because this is only going to be his
Second Christmas?
third Christmas, because he was born in
Okay.
September. So he had
Okay.
a newborn Christmas, a 1-year-old Christmas, and a 2-year-old Christmas.
Okay.
But yeah, I've been thinking of like different things we can do.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna go over to. I've always wanted to travel for Christmas. Like I've always
Yeah.
wanted to be one of those families that just kind of like left town
Right.
and like spent the holiday in Aspen
Right.
or something like
Yes,
that.
right.
And it's really interesting and cool that one of the upsides to living here in Salt Lake is that we're literally 30 minutes away from Park City.
Which I'm sure is probably just stunning.
Oh, it's
Gorgeous
beautiful already.
around Christmas time,
Imagine,
especially.
right.
Oh my God.
So
Yeah.
I don't know, I think what we might do is maybe like get a hotel room over in Deer Valley.
Yeah.
And they have a ton of Christmas activities over there. There's like the Heber Creeper, which is in Heber City. And I'm sure like they just kind of decorate for Christmas and they
Yeah.
have lights and all that stuff. So I think we're just gonna see some lights. But like for Thanksgiving, I don't know. I think we're just gonna go and hang out with Mike's family.
That'll be fun.
And I'm not gonna Black Friday shop. But I don't know.
That's awesome. And what I love though about becoming a parent is like I have my favorite childhood memories of traditions for the holidays, Thanksgiving or Christmas. Um, I mean, and even as so silly as it is, like we did like growing up at Christmas or at Thanksgiving when we had like the families come together. And every year was just a little bit different. So sometimes it would be my dad's family, sometimes it would be my mom's family, but really rarely were they like all together. So that was kind of interesting now that I'm thinking about it. But
I know I can see the weird facial expression you have right now.
Because I was like, oh,
weird.
That's weird. I never really noticed that until literally this moment. But my parents would always, mostly because of lack of space at the dining room table, but we legit had like the adult table and the kids table.
Really?
Yeah. And so I remember that. Like I remember sitting at like a rickety card table and like a folding chair with like my cousins or whatever. But so like I grew up in the mountains of Colorado. My husband grew up in upper state New York. So Catholic, right? So their Thanksgivings and holidays were very different from like my hippie parent Colorado Thanksgiving and holidays. So now that we've come together and we're creating our own holiday traditions, it's kind of funny how you're like, oh yeah, I really loved this one. And my husband's like, oh yeah, I really loved this one. And now we get to force those on our kids, right? And like,
yeah, you just get to
force them to have a tradition that they may or may not like.
Just pick and choose the ones you liked. The ones that kind of suck, just don't do
do them anymore.
And then you have like your own little blended traditions.
Yeah. Then now my kids can be like, oh no, those are terrible ideas.
Well,
they
when they have
adults,
their
right?
own kids, they'll be like, well, my parents always made me do this, and it sucks, so I'm not going to do that.
But we thought it was like the best thing ever, right?
See, I'm still looking for a house.
Right.
My plan was to buy a house after this lease was up.
Right.
Because I figured I signed a 12-month lease here to kind of give myself like a year of settling in, seeing different neighborhoods and whatever. And even though I'm going through this court battle, and if you haven't watched or listened to last week's episode, feel free to do that now if you don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, even though I'm going through this court battle, and it's going to be expensive, I think I'm still going to try to buy a house because it doesn't really matter. Like, my rent here is so expensive. Right. It would be cheaper for me to buy a house. But one thing I've always wanted to do, and I can't wait until Milo is like maybe next year to do it, because right now he's a toddler and he's just into everything, is like overly decorate. Like, I want my house to be like this fall oasis or like this winter wonderland.
Yes.
Like fall harvest. All up in and out. Like, obsessed. I'm like that person who wants to go like super over the top.
Right.
I wouldn't even mind bringing a snow machine in here.
Sure wouldn't. I would be all over that. Like, my husband actually was like, even the holidays that most people don't decorate, you seem to want to have decorations.
Oh, like Easter or like St. Patrick's
Valentine's
Day.
Day.
Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Who doesn't?
Oh, yeah.
So my thing, especially this time of the year, is that when people just throw up Christmas lights on their house, it literally turns my stomach.
Yes.
I hate it. So I want like very precise,
oh, yes.
like professional grade
Yes.
lights.
Yes.
And I don't mind having them for every season.
Nope.
Is my house gonna be shamrock green on St. Patty's Day?
Sure is.
Am I gonna maybe even do like a treasure hunt maze for a pot of gold in my garage?
Yep.
Why not?
Yeah,
I'll park on the street for a weekend.
Let's do it.
My house, I could have my house be pink every single day, but for Valentine's Day, I'd do it.
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah.
Like, I would like overly decorate. Maybe I should start looking at houses that don't have an HOA.
Yes, so that you can.
Just so I can be like
so you can.
that obnoxious neighbor.
Yes. That is, I could barf holiday decorations on our house for every holiday. And like, that's been a huge compromise in our marriage, is how many bins of whatever holiday decoration I'm allowed to have. So I have one that's like holiday fall stuff, like Halloween fall stuff. And then I have like 8 Christmas. So as you can tell,
somebody has a little favorite.
It's a little bit of a favorite. But to my defense, he has like 3 or 4 like little Christmas houses that were his mom's.
Oh, that's cute.
That we've kept and that we put up. So just those 4 houses alone take up like 2 bins.
Well, you probably have to like bubble wrap them. Are they like the porcelain stuff?
Yeah, and they have little lights on them, and so like you can like, and then they've got like even inside, right? There's like little people decorating a tree inside. Like, they're really cute.
My grandparents used to have, and my mom did too. She would set up this whole village porcelain vintage.
Oh yeah.
Like we had like a Coca-Cola train set.
Oh my gosh.
That was like God knows how old. And she would set it up every year, and she would have like this snow blanket looking thing that she'd like set everything on.
Yeah.
And I remember just sitting up there and just like looking at it and like playing with it like it was a little dollhouse.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have some of those.
Those are cool. I really love those.
And I'm also the one who I'm like, okay, honey, we're putting up Christmas lights, and he's just like
November, like the day after Halloween, you're like, it's Christmas time.
Yeah. So no, I am also very strict that Christmas starts the day after Thanksgiving.
I'm like that too.
Right. So I got to get through Thanksgiving. I have to honor that holiday and those traditions, but like day after Thanksgiving. So we get home from Thanksgiving on the Sunday after. So whatever.
And you're Black Friday shopping.
And we're Black Friday shopping. So we get home from Portland on like the 25th. So the 26th, we both took off of work. So Christmas lights will be going up on the 26th.
Nice.
Yes. But yes, they are like, they follow the frame of the home, and there's like rhyme and reason, and like it's a very OCD type A decoration.
I feel like
process.
When I get to do that, that's what, because I've decorated a lot like inside. I didn't decorate my condo in Elko. I did inside a little bit. Just because Milo's been little, he just gets into everything.
Yes.
But that's one thing I'm looking forward to. Like maybe next year, just going
crazy
for decorations.
Yeah, I love it. It's so much fun. And your kids, I mean, my kids love it, right? Like Xavier, and even just like FaceTiming him, you know, he's like, Mom, what'd you put out for Thanksgiving, or what'd you put out for Halloween? Like, let's see the decorations. So I'd like walk the phone around the house and like show him. And Corbin was super into it this year. So he's 4. So this is like the first year that he was like, he saw other people's decorations, and so then he was like, oh, when are we putting up our decorations? And
see, I've never minded waiting until after Thanksgiving. I always kind of felt like Thanksgiving got like the short end of the stick.
It totally does.
Because I think when I finally get to start decorating, I'm going to do a really, really fall theme.
Yes.
From like September to November.
Yep.
And then like the month of October, throw some Halloween things in there, carve some pumpkins, have some fun, and then just go crazy for 25 days.
25 days. Yep.
And I feel like that's good because Christmas lights, I hear, are really expensive because they bump up your bill
Oh,
for
sure. Sure.
like electricity and whatever.
Yeah.
Some people have like a generator that they use to like
Power their Christmas.
Like, there's this one house in Ohio that I used to always drive around and go see Christmas lights. It's in Medina, if you guys are familiar with that area. But they literally turn their house into the North Pole.
Oh my gosh.
And it's insane.
Yeah.
Like, they have a barn that they bring out, because you get a lot of property on like the outskirts of Medina.
Yeah.
So they have like a barn that they bring out.
What?
And it's like they bring it out on like this tractor, and they have like a reindeer set up.
That's amazing.
And they just have like an elf thing, and like you can go and like walk the outside of their property. It's incredible.
That's really cool.
But it probably like cost them like $1,000 to do these decorations every year.
Oh, hands down.
So I feel like 25 days of just going hard on some Christmas decorations is like good enough.
Right? Absolutely. And I like my indoor stuff is all like I don't have like a lot of like electricity dependent decorations. I mean, we've got our tree and we've got our outside lights. But then other than that, it's more, decorative stuff that doesn't require like any power or anything like that.
I think that's one thing I really want to get into is Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
Or just decorations in general.
I love it all. I love everything about it. And I think that's a tradition that I definitely picked up from my mom. She loved decorating for the holidays. And I mean, we had, the tree, and we had like huge wreaths, like outdoor wreaths that she'd put up that had lights on them, and they would be all over the house. And one of my favorite holiday traditions, one of my Christmas holiday traditions that I loved as a kid was in Colorado. Winter Park is where I grew up. Well, Fraser technically, but Winter Park was the ski area. On Christmas Eve, so my aunt and uncle lived at the base of the ski area, we would go, and they had what's called a ski down. So they'd have like this huge bonfire at the base, like by the main lodge. And then all of like the ski instructors and the ski patrol, they would like have flares, and they would like ski down the mountain with these flares because it's at night. So
fun.
So they have a huge bonfire and the ski down, and then Santa's there. And so we would sit and watch the ski down, and then we'd go to my aunt and uncle's house, and we would have dinner and open presents which is my dad's brother. So my cousins and usually my grandparents would be there. And so we would do that on Christmas Eve. And then Christmas Day would be at home.
See, I feel like this is going to be a really interesting place to live around Christmas.
Yes.
And I think it's going to be really fun for Milo and I to start doing traditions together. Yeah. Because I think Park City is going to be really similar to that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure they're going to have fun things.
Oh, I would be surprised if they didn't have like a ski down like thing like that. If they do, go. It's so pretty.
Mike's sister has been Facebook messaging me, like sharing all of these like events that are all around our area.
Oh, yeah.
And I told her, I was like, okay, you can only continue to keep sending me all these things or like you're just gonna have to come with us.
Yeah.
Like that's and she's like, down, deal.
Yes, done.
She's because I took Milo trick or treating over at her work, and she was so cute. Aww. She was like showing him off. She's like, oh, this is Mike's girlfriend, but this is her baby, and his name is Milo, and he is so cute. So cute.
And they're so much fun, and especially when they can play in the snow. And so before we were married and before Corbin came along, Joe and Xavier and I went to Winter Park for Christmas one year. So I got to share that with Xavier one year, which was so much fun. It was like the best. We stayed at my aunt and uncle's, and we did the ski down, and we sat in the lodge and drank mulled wine, and like walked back and did Christmas the next morning and watched it snow. And it just was like, it was so amazing. It was such a fun, super fun opportunity to like share that like special tradition with him.
I think cooking with kids, I think is really fun too.
Decorating cookies.
I actually have you seen it? I think you have the Milo's Meals cookbook.
Yes, it's so cute.
So I have a book available on Amazon that has tons of recipes for breakfast, lunch, dinner, desserts, and snacks that are all friendly for toddlers to like help you in the kitchen. They can get involved with cooking. And I think that's one thing I really want to do with Milo this year is to like get him involved and like have him help because he loves to help.
Oh yeah,
he's so cute.
Foster that.
He like his job, and he knows what it is when I'm unloading the dishwasher, he'll take the Tupperware and put it in the drawer, and he'll take the lids and put it in the drawer.
Yep.
And he likes to put the silverware away. Like he has like cute little jobs, and he likes to help. So I think it's really fun to get him involved. So maybe we'll make like some Christmas cookies.
Oh yeah, it's so much fun.
I'm actually gonna go through his closet, and I have 3 boxes of clothes currently.
Yeah.
And I'm going to see if I don't know if there's like a women's and children's shelter.
There is one, our company that I work for just did a big donation thing. I think it's called Roadhouse or the Road Home or something like that.
Roadhouse.
Something like that. Yeah. And so I know that's one.
Yeah, because
here locally.
He has toys that like he's outgrown, clothes that he's outgrown.
Yes.
And I have like 3 or 4 boxes in his closet currently. His changing table he's outgrown. I've tried to sell it on like the Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
He has a crib.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering like maybe if I can call them.
Yeah. The other option is too is I actually admin a page on Facebook. It's called the Buy Nothing Group. And it's a place where if you have stuff, you can just offer it up for free, right? It's for people who need it and vice versa. And it's the funniest trade. This gal and I had posted up. So when we were living in the trailer, we had like a regular drip coffee maker.
Mm-hmm.
And when we got into our townhouse here in Utah, we got our Keurig back because it had been in storage. And so we had all of these coffee filters that we weren't going to use. And so when I started adminning, I think that's a verb, right?
Sure.
That page, I actually put up on the page. I was like, hey, I have all these free coffee filters. So, stop by in Riverton, or I can meet you somewhere in South Jordan near my work.
Yeah.
And this gal was like, I'll trade you your coffee filters for homegrown tomatoes.
Heck yeah.
And I was like, done and done.
Do it.
So we like traded coffee filters for tomatoes. So it's it's a cool concept. Like it's a really cool place to like do that. So, I mean, that's an option too.
Yeah, because I'm sure he's going to get, Mike spoils him so much. So I'm sure he's going to get new things for Christmas, new things for, whatever. So I've been cleaning out his closet, and it is like jam-packed full. I'll have to show it to you.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's definitely outgrown his changing table. He's 2.
Come
on now.
I think that's about when we got rid of Corbin's too. He was 2.
And he's had his crib since we pretty much moved in here, like in his closet. So it's just like, I need to get rid of this stuff. And I think starting a tradition of kind of giving back, especially around the holiday season, is going to be good. And I think it's going to be easier for him to understand as he like grows into it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's one thing I really want to
do awesome. With him. Yeah, I think that's super awesome. We do something similar right before Christmas and then right before birthdays. Like, okay, you're going to be getting new stuff, so let's make room. And by making room, we're going to box up all this stuff, clothes and toys and things, and donate them or give them to somebody else who I know could use them. I love that idea. I feel like trading as like a currency is so much like it's a lost art almost, right? It's like I trade for things all the time. So one of our family photographer who we love so much in Portland, we're going to have family pictures, take them over there. And she does our family photos and I give her essential oils. Like,
nice.
It's the best trade ever.
See, I love working on a barter system. So I'm down with a barter system because I'm so tired of spending so much money on all kinds of junk.
Right. And really, it's just, I don't know. I love it. I think it's really beautiful because I think it gives, access to things that you might not have access to otherwise, I think it gives.
Especially handcrafted things.
Absolutely.
Like if somebody like grew, like obviously you can go to a Smith's market and buy organic vegetables.
Sure.
But I feel like they're always better when like they come out of someone's real life garden instead of like on some kind of refrigerated semi truck from 10,000 miles away.
From
Maybe not 10,000 miles away.
From who knows where though, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So like handcrafted things, I try to do a lot of. I bought one year. I did all of my Christmas gifts for my friends and stuff.
Yep.
All from Etsy.
Oh, I love that idea. Yeah, it'll
and
be super
if
fun.
Anybody wants to get like diffusers,
yes.
And doTERRA has that body line. I used their tea tree shampoo once and it was incredible.
Their shampoo and conditioner is amazing.
So there's like lotions and soaps and all kinds of
there's
stuff.
All kinds of really awesome holiday ideas. Like there's like little spa kits, so you can get like a sugar scrub for your body and then like a body butter and like a face mask. So you could put together like some really beautiful gift ideas.
Yeah.
From doTERRA stuff. It doesn't have to be just the oils, but you can definitely get oils too.
You should put together like a blog post or something, or maybe I will, and then I'll just include all of your links and post it up on my blog. So if you guys want doTERRA gift ideas, just check out emmadon.com.
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing I'm going to be posting a recipe a day.
Yes.
I'm not doing Blogmas technically, but I am going to be daily publishing.
Cool.
25 days leading up to Christmas, but they're all going to be recipes, cocktails, dinners, sides, desserts, everything. But throughout November, I'm going to be posting gift ideas for him, for her, for parents, for babies.
So
all kinds of holiday things. So
That's
I'm going to put together some gift ideas from doTERRA because what I really like about the doTERRA line is Milo and I both have ultra sensitive eczema prone skin. And sometimes it's hard for us to find soaps. Yeah. So if you're shopping for somebody that you might not know their skin type or you might not know how sensitive they are, it's always safe to go with products that are clean and natural.
Absolutely. And their stuff, from the lotions to the hair care to the skin care to even just the oils themselves, are hands down the best quality that you will find across the market. They're incredible. My family, we run the gamut too, right? In the skin issues. We have, overly oily to overly dry, and it's like, it runs the gamut. And I know that I can have like their body wash and their shampoo and conditioner and their lotions on hand, and everyone in the family is going to be fine.
That's nice.
From little itty bitties all the way up through, the adults in the house, which, I mean, you can't do that with other stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's cold and flu season. So on guard that shit.
Oh my gosh. The On Guard is on legit, serious 100 times a day. Like, we are not getting sick.
I've noticed the past couple times, like I've gone into like the daycare. The last time I went into like the babysitters, I've noticed On Guard soaps just popping up everywhere.
Oh yeah.
The foaming On Guard soap.
Oh yeah.
Incredible.
Hands down the best hand soap.
Also, I work with a new skincare company called Bellamy. I have to give you a sample.
Please do.
When you become a mom, seriously, not only does your body change and your hair changes and the way your brain and mind and memory work, that all changes, but random things happen with your skin.
Oh, yeah.
I think since I've had Milo, I've tried 15, give or take, different skincare routines. Yeah. I've tried St. Ives. I've tried e.l.f. I've tried department store luxury brands. I've tried super cheap brands. But I recently was offered a trial of Bellamy when I was writing blog posts for Blogtober, which is where I daily published for the 31 days leading up to Halloween. And it's a fun little blog event. And it's honestly incredible. So I'm going to send you with some samples because you were talking about how your skin is going like crazy wacky.
It's literally like, I swear to God, I woke up like the day after I turned 41 and I felt like my skin went back to being 13 again. I don't know what happened. And I'm sure it's just all the hormonal changes and my body changing and then moving to the dry environment and like, so many factors. And then the smoke from the fires this summer.
That
and
was
like
awful.
all of it can
Yeah.
affect your skin. And I have a girlfriend who's an esthetician in Portland, and she's like, it takes 30 days for stuff like that to cycle through. So like if you ate a bunch of really crappy food, like that can affect your skin, but it's gonna take 30 days for it to like cycle through.
That's a long time.
It's a long time.
I was not expecting 30 days.
30 days. And then at my age, like skin repair takes 90 days. I was like, girlfriend, I don't have 90 days for shit.
Yeah. I'm going to send you home with some Bellamy stuff
skin.
because it has been incredible.
I'm excited.
The lotion is super hydrating, but it's very light.
Yes.
It's crazy because normally I have super dry skin.
Yeah.
And every time I get a lotion that's for super dry, sensitive skin, it's very heavy and bulky.
And just like goopy. Yeah.
Almost like a cold cream.
Yes.
But this is very lightweight, soaks in instantly. That's but like awesome. Your skin, I feel like my face is a baby's ass.
It looks amazing.
Thanks.
It looks fantastic.
I've been using it since like the beginning of October, maybe the end of September. Okay. And I've been loving it.
No, it's beautiful.
Thank you. Thanks.
One day we will do video with these too. One day we will.
You can see my little blushy cheeks. And then I thought you were wearing Zaya leggings.
I know, these are my camo leggings today.
But yeah, if you have a fitness lover or somebody who's just like me, I rarely work out, but I like to be comfortable.
Yes.
Zaya activewear is incredible, and we also have I think like 4 or 5 different versions for gift cards.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can like pick and choose an amount.
Yeah.
Cute little stocking stuffers.
Great stockings. Because I love stocking stuffers. Like that is my jam. Like I love finding like cool, funky little things to put in stockings. Like I got my dad and my husband and my soon to be ex-brother-in-law these like beer bottle koozies. But they had like kind of these like so my brother-in-law's had like Bigfoot on it, and then like my husband's has like a piece of kale like deadlifting, so they're like these funny, quirky little like sweaters for your beer bottles. So stuff like that.
That is stuff fun like stuff that I always get from Etsy.
Oh yeah,
super fun.
Great, because I'm also one of those people who's like, what are you getting for people? Like, what are you getting for people? Like, I'm looking for new ideas because otherwise I just buy like the same shit every year. My
gift idea posts, especially around this time of the year, are always on fire. They get so many views.
Awesome.
And I feel like over the years that I've had my blog, I like really look forward to them. Like some people Christmas shop all year round. I have half written gift idea blog posts
ready to go
from like February.
Oh wow. Yeah, so you're ready, you're locked and loaded.
I love them. It is like my mission to provide people with like, I might even do 25 each. So like gift ideas for mom, gift ideas for dad, gift ideas for baby.
Well, because there's always like the one person where you're like, this person has everything. What do I get the person who has everything? You know what I mean? Those are the people that are like the experiences.
Yes,
so like a wine tasting event or like the distillery thing or like the escape room. Things like that. Those are the gift ideas. I
feel like people always forget about experiences.
Yeah, and they're so fun.
That's what I'm going to try. I think that's one of the traditions I might add onto the list to do with Milo is to do more experiences and less material items.
For sure. For sure. Because that's the stuff that, like, then, your holiday memories and your holiday traditions kind of grow from, right? Not just the shit
Santa
that you
can
buy.
bring a trip to Legoland.
Sure can.
Speaking of Santa.
Oh, I was going to tell you the story.
I've been on the edge of my seat. Tell me.
Okay.
Because she brought this up before we started the podcast about how Xavier found out that Santa was not real.
Yes. So, disclaimer though, if anyone is listening with your kids around who still believe, you might want to send them off.
Pause it.
So I think he was maybe 8 and we were driving in the car.
It's a very common age for kids to be extremely disappointed that year.
Right. So we were driving in the car and he was in the back seat and I'm certain he was probably being kind of mouthy and sassy. And I was like, hey bro, you better watch it or, Santa's not going to really show up for you this year. if you keep it up, because he knows. And from the back seat, you hear him go, that's fine. And I was like, what?
Wow.
Yeah. And I was like, whoa, dude, really? He's like, well, I mean, it doesn't matter because I know you're getting it for me anyways. And I was like, whoa, wait, whoa, hold on. What do you mean? He's like, well, Mom, I Googled it. I Googled, is Santa real?
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, wait a minute. You did what? So he's 8.
I Googled it.
And he Googled it. He Googled, is Santa real? So first of all, if anyone from Google is listening, I think from like October 1st to like February, you should have an alternate page of results if anybody Googles, is Santa real? Because you know that that's not an adult. So you should just send them off to an alternate internet.
Oh my gosh.
That tells them, yes, absolutely, 100% Santa is real. Now get off Google. So
just shut it down.
Just shut it down. So I was like, are you kidding me? And he was like, no. I was like, okay, so how do you feel about that? And he's like, it's fine. Like, that's just Xavier. You'll meet him and you're going to do, like, that's just his, like, his
I can't
MO.
wait. I am expecting to become a Fortnite pro. Find me on Twitch. Coming soon.
Right? The Emma Dawn Twitch channel for Fortnite.
Oh my god, I hope not. If I become addicted to Fortnite, I'm going to just run my head into a wall.
So I was like, So we got home and I'm like, gee, I wonder like what that result page even looks like, right? So then I Google it, like, is Santa real? And the very first result that Google displays is how to tell your children Santa isn't real.
Oh, come on.
And I was like, are you kidding me?
Get it together, Google.
Come on, Google.
Keep the Christmas alive.
Right. So so that's how Xavier figured out that Santa wasn't real, is he Googled it.
That's insane. The fact that, like, technology is just so crazy these days. Like, I would have, the only thing I used a computer for when I was a kid was to play the very first Sims game ever.
Oh my God, Sims. I totally forgot about that.
I would have never thought to get on. I don't even think Google was there.
Probably not.
I think it was just like the Internet Explorer browser.
Oh yeah.
So I would have had to like MSN if Santa was real.
Right.
Ask AOL.
Right. Right. Exactly. So the fun part of that though is I sat down with him after the fact and I was like, hey, I'm bummed that that's how you found out, and that now that you know.
Right.
But the cool part is now that you now actually get to be part of the magic for Corbin. So like, don't ruin it for your brother, right? So now you get to be in on Santa, right?
Yeah, but how do you now the whole threat of Santa is
for the 12-year-old
done.
For the 12-year-old, it's totally done. I still have the 4-year-old, so I still get to like leverage that.
I have him still for a few more years.
For a few more years until he decides to figure it out on his own in some way. But
I feel like threats and bribery, especially around this time of the year,
absolutely,
is
100%.
like,
I've already started in with the Santa bullshit. Like
just how you parent.
Already, and we haven't even. And we just wrapped up Halloween, so and I'm already in on that.
Oh my gosh. That is our holiday chit chats.
I know, I love it.
If any of you are traveling like Tara this holiday season, I always leave a link to my favorite travel site. It's Skyscanner. I always leave a link to that in the description box. And it is how I travel for cheap. They have the best deals for airfare.
That's awesome.
So maybe even reconsider. Check out Skyscanner.
I'm going to hop on there this afternoon and see if we can do that instead of 12 hours of hell.
I'm so sending you all the good vibes.
Do. And maybe I'll just Instagram story the heck out of our travels just so that we can share my pain.
Do it on our Mommy Wines podcast one.
Absolutely.
Because I'm going to watch that.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that's how I book all of my hotel rooms. I get my rental cars, which anybody who has listened to the previous video knows that my son's dad stole my car. So yeah, I found deals for rental cars for an entire week for under $100.
That's amazing.
Tax, fees, everything included.
That's incredible.
So yeah, that's where I get all of my flights. And even if you want to plan a trip, you can search the entire month and
find like the best
time to go.
So cool.
You can also do it by destinations. So you can find like the cheapest destinations to the most expensive destinations.
Yeah.
So if you just are flexible, the idea to getting the best deals on travel is just being flexible.
Right.
So if you just want to go somewhere and you don't really care where, definitely check out Skyscanner because their filtering system is incredible. Like if you're like, I really want to go on a vacation, maybe to somewhere beachy, they'll put Puerto Rico, Mexico, Thailand, and those are all places that are extremely affordable.
That's so cool.
And if you are looking to travel this holiday season, please, please, please consider going to Puerto Rico. They were hit so hard by that hurricane.
They're still
recovering. So if anybody wants to go somewhere beachy and tropical and beautiful and warm this holiday season, please, please consider Puerto Rico because their economy is still being brought up and it is such a tourism island.
Yep.
And all the islands over there, like the U.S. Virgin Islands, Bahamas, Jamaica, they're all hit by the hurricane. So if you want to support somebody and you want to go on a nice vacation,
check it out.
They're still alive and well over there.
Yeah, they sure are, and it's still beautiful. They just
beautiful.
Their economy needs a little bit of a boost.
Yeah, it was a lot of money for them to rebuild.
Yeah,
which they did. So go help them out.
Go check it out.
Leave them some tips.
Yeah. Oh, I'm jealous if you go. Also, by the way.
Yeah, I might be one of those people who just decides to travel for holidays. Below this popsicle stand.
I think we need to get into that. I think I could get behind that.
We should do a Mommy Wines vacation.
We could do a virtual a live a podcast live from Hawaii.
Yes. Girl, you're speaking my language.
Do it.
All right, well, let's get out of here and see what the tickets are.
Let's do it.
On Skyscanner. Maybe we will.
Awesome.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Guys.